Tekken 8 is out now, and I got my hands on the game to play it. And I must say, this game is all kinds of awesome. What is up, my dwellers of the interwebs? I'm Sorasin, and this is my first impression on the game Tekken 8. Now, before I begin this, I want to state that I am by no means a professional Tekken player. I don't play fighter games very often, so I'm coming into this as a fresh newbie player and my experiences as a new player in Tekken 8. With that out of the way, here is my first impression. The story mode has some of the most testosterone-filled fight scenes in stunning Unreal Engine 5 between father and son Kazuya Mishima and Jin Kazama. The game takes place 6 months after Tekken 7 and focuses on the fight between father and son. After the first confrontation has Jin Kazama losing the fight, Kazuya Mishima takes down a majority of the Earth's satellites and then tells the world that he will hold a tournament where the strongest will be the victors and the losers will lose not only the competition but also lose their country of origin too. You will follow the journey of Jin Kazama and his story fighting in the tournament, as well as many other exciting story moments too. The story is fully voice acted as well, and I love how the characters from different countries will speak their native tongue. And even better, I love how everyone seems to be able to understand one another.
準決勝進出おめでとうございます。はじめまして、ジン先輩。私、レイナって言います。私も三島高専に通ってて、ジン先輩の噂いろいろ聞きました。あれ、完全スルーですか？
Gameplay-wise, there's several modes you can enjoy in Tekken 8. I already mentioned the story mode that will cycle between cinematic story content and then swap to fights. And then there's also other modes you can try out too, like the lounge and the arcade. I wasn't able to gain access to the lounge since I kept failing to connect to the server, unfortunately, but I was able to play in the arcade mode. In both the lounge and arcade, you will need to create your own avatar. Once you create your avatar, it can be used in both of these modes. This avatar will be what you use to interact with others in the lounge and with NPCs in the arcade. And you can earn more coins to buy new items to wear for your avatar too. The arcade mode was fun. I was taught how to play the game in arcade mode, as well as take on other NPCs in the arcade areas. And also, there's also tournaments to win as well. The arcade mode was incredibly fun for me, and it also gives you titles as you push up in the arcade ranks. Of course, if you're wanting a challenge, you can also play online in ranked and unranked games, as well as take part in the leaderboards too. There is also a character customization area where you can apply outfits for your characters there. There's also another mode which I found quite funny called Tekken Ball. This mode is like a beach ball match where you had to attack the ball to make it hit the other opponents. Each hit from the ball will cause damage, and that's how you win in Tekken Ball. Another nice little feature that you can do is to customize your nameplate and account information. You can add titles and flair. It's all very pretty. You can earn a lot of these things in the arcade as far as I know. At least that's where I unlocked a lot of them. I like this little extra thing you can do. It's quite nice. Tekken 8, I feel like they tried to cater to the new and inexperienced players as well as the veterans, which I'm grateful for since I'm an inexperienced player when it comes to fighting games. They have implemented new combat features like special style that will let you master character moves more easily without having you learn new moves straight away. I thought this was a nice feature, but if you do want to learn more, you can be taught how to do more combos and perfect them in the arcade mode. And if you want even more fun in the arcade, there's arcade tournaments to do. I tried my hand at the arcade tournament and it was super fun, climbing not only in player rank but to the first tournament champion. And now my avatar is off to take on the Tekken World Champion in the arcade story. I especially love how arcade mode has its own story. It's all very cool stuff. The combat is high intensity and adrenaline pumping. I love all the breakable environments and just how hardcore all the combat felt. It was so in your face and I absolutely love it.
Ne le dis pas, mon père, s'il te plaît.
The audio in Tekken 8 was awesome. The music was so good to listen to as well. Every time I got into a new fight, I found myself moving to the music while fighting, and the combat sound effects are weighty and impactful. Combined with the bass from my speakers, it just felt like a super intense fight. I loved turning up the volume too so that I could feel more immersed in the fights. The voice acting is on point as well. I just couldn't find any faults with the audio at all.
Fight.
Tekken 8 uses Unreal Engine 5 and it looks jaw-droppingly gorgeous. Every character is highly detailed and is impressive to look at. The environments are also intricately detailed and I loved seeing all of the reflections. The cinematics are top tier and when they transition to the in-game graphics it's almost seamless, though it is still noticeable, but not by much. Overall, I'd say that I had a blast in Tekken 8. The visuals were jaw-dropping and the sound effects were impactful and gritty. I could really feel the hits when in combat. I loved all the modes the game has too. I thought Tekken Ball was very funny as well. And the arcade was a lot of fun to play in. Going up in the tournaments, talking to all the NPCs, experiencing their own little story, it was all very fun. I liked the idea that you could make your own avatar for the more online social aspects of the game and for hanging out in the arcade to play against others. It's all very addictive, and as someone who isn't a hardcore fighter gamer, this was a lot of fun. I will definitely be playing this a lot more. Even the story mode was just pure awesomeness. I could feel the adrenaline and full-on action when playing the story. It's just so intense. This game definitely deserves a 9 out of 10 overall score. It has truly blown me away. So there you have it. That's my first impression on the brand new game Tekken 8. Thank you for watching. I'm Sorasin. Have a fantastic day. Please drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed my content, and hit that bell icon to stay up to date on all my upcoming videos. And if you're watching this on TapTap.io or on the TapTap app, I hope you'll consider following my profile as well. Bye bye!